The fighting rages on in Ukraine. Americans are really feeling the squeeze at the gas pump right now. Prices toppling $4 a gallon in 9 different states. In California, gas is over $5 a gallon. And at the same time, the U.S. economy is actually looking pretty strong, adding 678,000 jobs in February, easily beating expectations. ABC News political director Rick Klein joining us now to talk about all this. So it's a great number, Rick, right? But most Americans are probably paying more attention to what they're paying for gas. Doesn't get you very far. How's the White House navigating all this?
That's precisely right, Kira. And look, the White House would love to brag about the number and put out statements about how great things are. You heard some of that during the State of the Union on Tuesday night, but you also heard the president recognizing the pain of inflation and the pain of rising gas prices that's out there. People do not feel the reality of this economy, and there's no use trying to spin it. There's no use trying to convince people otherwise. It's only going to be really concrete actions that can alleviate gas prices, that can alleviate prices, alleviate these perceptions of people seeing their dollar go not as far, having a harder time getting ahead in the modern economy. All of these positive numbers really don't mean anything politically or in terms of how people are acting unless or until people believe it. And I just don't see any sign of that yet, and certainly not as long as it costs as much as it does to fill up your tank.
Right. Well, stay tuned, that's for sure. But the unemployment rate fell to 3.8%, and employers added 678,000 jobs last month. Okay, that's good, but President Biden is still facing a historically low approval rating, 37%, Rick. Can he recover?
Oh, look, 9 months or 8 months before the midterms, there's always a possibility. There's another poll out today from NPR and PBS that suggests that he got a bit of a bounce from his State of the Union address. Maybe there's some rallying around him because the country is mostly united in supporting the people of Ukraine in the standoff with now the war with Putin. But bottom line is that the president is in a very difficult spot in terms of his politics. I saw some really interesting things in the State of the Union this week, trying to recast what it means to be a Democrat, denouncing defund the police, talking about border security, and I think critically and really interestingly, talking about the need to get back to normal work and normal life in school. That's something that, frankly, has been more associated with Republicans than Democrats in recent months. So you see some seeds here for where President Biden thinks Democrats can go out and take that message, but those numbers are horrible, and they are a real drag on Democrats across the country in a midterm year.
All right, well, let's weed through the spin here. President Putin, as you know, appeared on Russia TV today. He actually was downplaying the impact of sanctions on the Russian economy. There are new sanctions today on Russia's oil sector. So, you know, is he just trying to look strong and wheel his propaganda as usual? And what do you think Biden could do next?
Yeah, first of all, I don't think it's worth taking anything that President Putin is saying at face value. That's just not. He hasn't been telling the truth throughout this. He's been lying about Russia and about Russia's ambitions at almost every step of the way. And I think for him to understate, I think he's got a lot of reasons for him to understate the impact of those sanctions on him. If it bites, he's not going to be the one to admit it. That said, there are things that the administration is being pressed to do that it's resisting, and thinking specifically about a ban on Russian oil imports. It doesn't have a huge impact. It's not an enormous number, but if we're not bringing vodka or caviar from made in Russia into the United States, a growing bipartisan group of lawmakers is saying we shouldn't do that with energy either. Speaker Pelosi on board for that idea, as are a wide range in both parties of members of Congress. The administration, though, is trying to push back against that. They feel like that would have an impact on American consumers. It could further impact gas prices, and it could undercut longer-term climate goals by forcing more energy creation, more energy production back home with dirtier sources. So it's a difficult position the White House finds itself in. There are additional steps that could be made. That said, the White House view is that real pain is being inflicted on Putin, and that he got a lot more than he bargained for when he decided to do this invasion a little more than a week ago.
Rick Klein, appreciate you on this Friday. Thank you.
Thanks, Kira.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.